Hello and welcome to a video. I just want to start off by saying, if you don't know what rod knock or piston slap is, piston slap's when the piston gets loose in the cylinder and it's slapping. It's piston slap. Rod knock is when your rod starts a knocking, which can be caused by a number of things. So, big rip. It doesn't have rod knock. Because with rod knock and piston slap, as your RPMs increase, meaning the faster your engine's spinning, the louder, and so it'll be like blah 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 at idle, and then as you start like getting into the RPMs, it's like so it doesn't have that. But at like 2800 RPMs, it does some weird funky stuff. So it starts making these weird grinding noise, and it's not all the time. It's like after the engine's fully warmed and the oil's all, you know, oil as it's colder, it's thicker, and as it gets warmer, it's thinner. So when the oil's real thin and the car's real warm, it starts making this noise that sounds exactly like rod. If you know what rod knock sounds like, it sounds exactly like that. But I know it's not rod knock because rod knock doesn't go away. This isn't there at idle. I would start it for you, but I already put my keys away and it's late. So in this video, we're pulling the 7M GTE. I was talking about a car show that I have coming up for this car, March 31st. It's the Saturday before tomorrow, which is Sunday, and then after tomorrow I have 1 week until the car show, so whatever day that is. I don't have my phone on me, or I'd tell you the date. But it's that day. It's the Sunday, well, it's the Saturday before the Sunday before the car show, if that makes any sense. This freaking engine, I don't know what's wrong. Me and my brother are thinking it could be a spun bearing. These have a common, you know, they do that quite often. 7M GTEs, kinda junky, not gonna lie. So, but they sound sick. This thing sounds so sweet. Anyways, I was driving home from my job, and it was like making its crazy noise, and I was like, oh snap, it's gonna shoot a rod. It didn't shoot a rod. So I'm gonna, tonight I think I'm just gonna do like little baby things, like maybe I'll pull off the intercooler coupler and some of these hoses. I'm gonna take a bunch of pictures first though, so I see how everything goes, and then start yanking it out. Tomorrow I gotta yank this thing out, so that's gonna be really freaking fun. So be excited for that, because I'm not. Hello and welcome back. It's that day we're pulling the Supra's engine. So, last night I did a couple little things, disconnected the intercooler piping. What's up? Hi. And then did some other crap, pulled that thing out. And this is what we're sitting at. So I got the oil. I left it draining all night, so hopefully all the oil's out of there. I gotta drain this old guy next. Not looking forward to this at all. Welcome back. So, we're cracking on this thing, and I say we because it's me and my buddy Sonny. You might meet him in a second. But this is what we got done so far. So, radiator's out, downpipe, everything you see there is out. So, power steering's off, it's bungeed over here. AC is off, it's bungeed that way. I gotta do some stuff with the throttle linkage. I gotta fish it under this wire, but downpipe's off. We're getting bell housing bolts right now. There's just the ones up here. We got all the ones in the bottom. And then engine mounts, and then she's ready to come out. I'd say maybe another hour from now, and it's 1:46. So, not a whole lot left. Just some little minute things, but I'll tell you what, she's coming along pretty good, pretty fast. We've been working since 11-ish. So it's, you know, a couple hours in. Making good timing. Alright, so this is where we're at. So the only thing keeping the engine in there right now is the fact that I don't have a chain. We have to go through and like disconnect all the electrical stuff, but I'm only gonna do that once the engine starts lifting up and I see what starts getting pulled on. But everything's disconnected, all the bell housing bolts are out, throttle linkage is off, the starter's just hanging right there. Engine mounts are off, and it's just sitting in here right now. So it should be out in a very little bit, but it's lunchtime. We're hungry. Anyways, yeah. As soon as lunch is over, we're gonna get back to cracking on this, And yeah, engine should be out real soon. Everything's been working really smooth and kind of like in our favor, so that's nice. It's going good. All right, it's going good. Hello and welcome to the next day. Oh my goodness, this engine pull is not going any better. Well, I mean, maybe. It's just a lot of crap. So, if you have a Supra, a Mark III Supra with the 7M GTE, you're going to have to take this entire harness right here, all of this. You're going to have to take off this to fish it out because it goes through these holes and some goes through this hole, and the whole thing lays right here, and then it snakes down in through there and goes over the top. Whole bunch of mess and nonsense, but you're gonna have to do what I did and take that little guy off. Just save yourself a lot of time. There's a whole lot of vacuum lines that come up and attach to weird spots, so if you have to do this, good luck. It sucks. But yeah, so this is where we're at. I think the engine's ready to be pulled. The harness is all done or disconnected. Oh wait, no. One more thing, I almost forgot. I have to disconnect the oil cooler, which is going to be a dirty, greasy job. Yeah, and that's right there. You can't really see into the darkness, but it's right there. That's I got to disconnect the oil cooler, and once the oil cooler is disconnected, this engine should be able to come out. So that'll be exciting. So, I've pulled a lot of engines in my day. Being Taryn's brother, he's gone through at least 15 engine swaps. Just in a lot of the same engine in different vehicles, but still, nonetheless, 15 engine pulls and putbacks in, at least. It's not an exact number, but at least that's how many I've done in my whole life. And I have never in my life had this much trouble. This has taken 3 days to get this engine out, and she's out, let me tell you. And boy, does it feel nice, I'll tell you what. 3 days to pull an engine. It's never, I think the longest engine pull before this was like 7 hours. So, that's a problem. Anyways, terrible, but I learned something. So, here's the dirty, crusty, oh my goodness, grossness that is my Mark III Supra. And there's a beautiful R154 in all of her dirty glory. And here's the 7M, baby. So, I've never in my life seen this. But, this rides like this. I don't know, there's no front, it's not labeled. And I don't know how it came off. Oh wait, no, you know what? In the bell housing, I was prying on it. It was it the bottom? Yeah, it was like this, so like this. So it goes like this. This is how it goes. And this is your throwout bearing. This is your pressure plate, and it's like flat, kind of. What would that be? Concave? Yeah, concave, not convex. Is this way concave? So, the clutch fork and the throwout bearing, it rides together like this. So we were yanking on the engine, and we couldn't get it out because of that reason right there. And we had no idea until I got some advice from some others and a quick Google search, and then led me to the answers. So, this is why it took 3 days. The first day, after about 6.5, 7 hours of engine work, it was to the point where the engine was free-floating in the engine bay, but we couldn't get it off. I thought the shaft was seized together, because I've never seen this in my life, this setup. That's new to me, but then the second day, my entire day, literally, this was Monday, today is Tuesday, so this was yesterday. My entire day, 100% of my day. I think I started at noonish, and I quit working at like 9. And no, it was a little before that. It was probably like 7, 8-ish, somewhere around there. Anyways, that's a long time. That's a full day's worth of work, and I was just yanking on this engine. I was getting pretty flustered, let me tell you. But I now know how to do it for the future. And if you're doing this, if you have an R154 and a 7M GTE, or an R154 and anything, I'm sure it probably uses the same clutch. Well, yeah, it would. So this is your setup. You have to pull the clutch fork to get your engine out, or you can't get it out. Anyways, also, listen to this. I don't think that's supposed to do that. So, anyways, good news, engine's out. I'm going to pull the trans out tomorrow and then get the engine on the stand. Well, maybe not the engine on the stand, but I'm definitely going to get the trans out tomorrow after work, just because of how, like, crusty. See, it's like super gross and crusty and greasy and nasty, and I want to clean it, and the car's going to be down for some time anyways, so might as well send it. Yeah, so the car's going to be down for a little bit. I got some cool things coming for it. Actually, nothing's coming yet. I haven't ordered anything, but there will be some cool things coming for it. Hello, welcome to April 2nd. It is, it's kind of late. It's kind of dark, you can see. And and I'm going to end this video here. So, I got the Supra parked right here. We just rolled it back and pushed it, so it's like super crooked and whatnot. See that? Look at that. Crooked AF. So Supra's there, and the trans... I said I was going to pull the trans. I didn't pull the trans. I'm going to do that later, because it's greasy and dirty and I don't want to deal with it. So, I'll deal with that on another day. So, I have the engine on the stand, which I think I showed you before, but there it is. It's a little dark over there. So I reassembled the engine on the stand, just so when I do take it apart, I'll know exactly where every bolt goes, so I can label everything properly. And I went in the engine bay and I labeled every wire, so I knew which plug it went to and whatnot, just so in an unknown amount of time, when I put this setup back in, it's easy. Look at this. Look at that, 7M, 2J. 7M, 2J. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here, so thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. We're gonna do an engine teardown. We're gonna rip the 7M apart and figure out what's going on, what's making that knocking, what's making the grinding, and see if the engine is even good at all. If it's salvageable, then rebuild. If it's not salvageable, possibly a 1J. We'll see. I don't know. Later.